Call the meeting to order of the Vergne Planning Commission, November 24th, 2015. We do have a quorum, like everyone's here tonight. We need to approve the minutes. We do have 3 separate minutes to approve, and we're going to do them individually. So I'd like to take the minutes from September the 29th first.
Chairman, I make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted for the 29th.
I have a motion to accept the minutes for the 29th as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Let's go to the October the 27th public hearing. The minutes for that one.
Chairman, I make a motion to accept the minutes for October the 27th as submitted.
I have a motion to accept those minutes for October the 27th public hearing as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Let's go to the minutes for the October 27th, 2015 regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
I have a motion to accept the minutes of the October 27th, 2015 regular meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Okay, got that business out of the way. Let's go to old business. Number 1, recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, request for subdivision acceptance for Phase 5 of Woodsong, requested by Rick Rochelle. 20 lots on 9.16 acres, property located along Buffalo Drive, tax map 032, parcel 5.06, R1 low density residential zoning district, property owned by L&E Properties, Developers and Contractors Incorporated. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you will see in your revised staff report, the applicant did manage to complete the punch list items today, this afternoon, and they were, the items were finished, signed off on by each department as being complete, and so we have no technical items tonight.
No technical items, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to send a favourable recommendation to the Mayor and Alderman for acceptance.
Okay, I have a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the Mayor and Alderman for acceptance of the Phase 5 of Woodsong. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Recommendation is sent to the Mayor, the approval recommendation is sent to the Board of Mayor and Alderman. Number 2, final minor plat, re-subdivision of Lot 15, Portland Acres, requested by Tina Dangerfield. 2 proposed lots on approximately 0.9 acres. Property located at 140 Greenwood Drive. Tax map 017E, Group A, parcel 15.00, R1 low density residential zoning district. Property owned by Tina Dangerfield. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the November 5th, 2015 workshop, I expressed to you that we did not have a new revised minor plat to review. We did have 2 months of deferrals. I reached out to the real estate agent who's the representative of the owner, and I did not hear anything back pertaining to a new deferral request, and I do not have a new submittal for you tonight.
Mr. Chairman, this has been on our agenda for several months with no changes. So with that, I'll make a motion to deny as submitted.
I have a motion to deny the request for the final minor plat. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Shall we have a roll call vote on this? Mr. Grant?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. It is denied. It is denied. Okay. Number 3, final plat, re-subdivision of Lot 1, First Chance Commercial Subdivision, requested by Danny Womble. 4 proposed lots, 4.97 acres, property located at 5616 Murfreesboro Road, tax map 18F, Group B, parcel 1.02, C2, Highway Service, Commercial Zoning District, property owned by Mike Webb. Mr. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In your staff report, you will see that all technical items have been addressed since the workshop. And under other concerns, the 2 variances that were required in order to approve this subdivision, both of those variances were approved by the Board of Zoning Appeals earlier this evening.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, with all technical items been addressed, I make a motion to approve as submitted.
We have a motion to approve as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Number 4, site plan Smyrna Ready Mix requested by Mike Hollinshead. Proposed building addition at existing site, 6.00 acres, property located at 371 Waldron Road, tax map 017G, Group A, parcel 2.00, I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District, property owned by Mike Hollinshead. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We had reviewed this last month. We had some technical items pertaining to drainage and erosion control and just some minor details that we needed to be shown. They have since resubmitted all the required documentation, and staff is happy that all of the items have been addressed as required.
Okay. Any members have any questions or comments?
I'll make a motion to accept as submitted, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion to accept as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is carried. Number 5, site plan proposed storage facility requested by Falconer Design, 0.45 acres, property located at 113 Cheerful Place, tax map is 017J, Group A, parcel 15.00, I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District, property owned by A Investments LLC. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you recall, at the workshop, there were some concerns pertaining to the access to the site. And the Planning Commission asked that the 18-foot wide concrete driveway be widened to 30 feet, which they have done. They've also added the loading zone as I requested, and they did meet the grading and drainage concerns that Mr. Brown had previously. So all technical items have been addressed as of this evening.
Any members have any questions?
Chairman, I just appreciate the applicant working with us and the planning board to do as we requested. And with that, I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
I have a motion to approve as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is carried. It is granted. Number 6, site plan proposed parking expansion and driveway entrance, Kennard Logistics, requested by Dale Kennard, 2.03 acres, property located at 200 International Boulevard, tax map 017, parcel 2.10, C2 Highway Service Commercial Zoning District, property owned by Kennard Logistics. Ms. Costanza.
Mr. Chairman, I had mentioned to you at the workshop that the deferral request that we received in October was actually for October and November. I did put it in your packet so that you have, you can just see it says they'll be ready for the December docket.
Okay. Okay, so it is deferred. Number 7, under new business, final plat, Howard Montgomery subdivision requested by Shannon Bell. Proposed 2-lot subdivision, 1.12 acres, property located at 139/141 Mason Circle. Tax map is 015L, Group B, parcel 5.00, R1, low density residential zoning district, property owned by Shannon Bell. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The main item here was the need for a variance for the proposed Lot 2, which does not have the required 100-foot lot width of the setback line. The variance was granted by the Board of Zoning Appeals earlier this evening. The other technical items, including the location of the sewer, have all been addressed as of this evening, so we have no technical items to report.
Any questions or comments from our members? Anyone?
Technical items been addressed, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Got one. Let's have a roll call then, okay?
Aye.
Abstain.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries with one abstention. Number 8. go to preliminary plat, Ascend Federal Credit Union. J. Fulmer, proposed two-lot subdivision and utility extension, 2.54 acres. Property located at 231 Waldron Road, tax map 017, parcel 2.04, I-2, heavy industrial zoning district. Property owned by Ascend Federal Credit Union. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We had quite a number of technical items at the workshop. They were all very minor, well, mostly minor. They were addressed as far as the easements that we had asked to be shown and the sanitary sewer extension. The one item that was unable to be addressed, but it's all right as far as staff's concerned, is the unnamed tract at the, we had asked that they had put the record book information there. The sale hasn't gone through. It's pending the site plan and the final plat's approval before they actually record the document. So that will be put on, be put on the plat when we have the information.
It's just the parcel
Just the
to the
lip,
south of it.
right, just
where-
that access.
Where the access is, okay.
They don't have the record book information because it hasn't been recorded.
Recorded yet, okay. Any questions from any of the members? Any comments? Do I have a motion on the preliminary plat for Ascend Federal Credit Union?
I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. It is approved. Number 9, site plan 84 lumber, requested by Able Engineering, proposed panel building and half shed at existing facility, 29 acres, property located at 136 Wheeler Street, tax map 018K, Group A, parcel 13.00, I-2, heavy industrial zoning district, property owned by HMC WI LLC. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This site plan had quite a number of technical items that needed to be addressed. Mostly minor, but there were quite a few, and they did work rather diligently to have them all addressed. They do show the fire line that we requested, all the setbacks, the square footage, the building heights, the landscape plan, and they worked with Mr. Brown on the drainage and the grading issues.
Very good. Do I have any question or comment from the members? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept the site plan for 84 lumber as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. Let's go to number 10, site plan revision, Walmart, requested by Carlson Consulting Engineers. Proposed change to fueling station, 41.84 acres. Property located at northwest corner of Murfreesboro and Fergus Roads. Tax map 018, parcel 2.00, C2 Highway Service Commercial Zoning District. Property owned by Walmart Real Estate Business Trust. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There were no technical items to address at the workshop. On the screen is the February 2015 approval. The only change, of course, was the angling of the fueling station and the little outlet here. Again, we had no items to address. That's why I have the 5 copies here. Those are the only 5 copies we have for the file, so that's why they're not in your packets. But we had nothing that needed to be changed, so I have no items that need addressing.
Thank you. Do I have any questions or comments from the members?
This basically lines the exit and entrance for Walmart and the canopy for the gas station more in line with Murfreesboro Road, correct?
That's correct, yes.
How's it?
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve as submitted.
I have a motion to approve as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is carried. Number 11, final plat, Woodsong Subdivision, Phase 7, requested by Rick Rochelle. 3 proposed lots on 1.68 acres. Property located along Potts Crossing, tax map 032, part of parcel 5.06, R1 Low Density Residential Zoning District. Property owned by L&E Properties Developers and Contractors Incorporated. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There were just a couple of very minor technical items that need to be addressed. The utilities needed to match the construction plans. And the couple of notes have been changed, so staff is satisfied that all technical items have been addressed at this time.
And they got the construction plans to you as well, too, is that right?
Yeah, the construction plans are approved.
Okay, good deal. Good deal, good deal. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as submitted the final plat for Woodsong Section 7. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. It is approved. Number 12, site plan Mid-South Logistics Center requested by Barge, Carlson and Associates. Proposed parking lot improvements, 28 acres. Property located at 300 New Sanford Road, tax map 029, parcel 11.01, I-2, heavy industrial zoning district. Property owned by U.S. Industrial REIT 2. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the parking lot expansion for Mid-South, and the only technical items that we had previously at the workshop pertain to my request for the ADA handicap spaces to be shown in detail. They have since done that to my satisfaction, so all items have been addressed.
And the drainage, you're satisfied with?
Drainage is good. They
Okay.
submitted some information, yeah.
Good.
Everything looked good.
Those are the only things that seem like we had to talk about. Do I have any comments or questions from the members? Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as submitted the site plan for Mid-South Logistics Center. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. Number 13, preliminary plat, The Ridge Subdivision, Phase 1, requested by Mitchell Bowman. Proposed 37 lots on 21.86 acres. Property located along Lake Road, tax map 032, parcels 2.00 and 2.03, R1 Low Density Residential Zoning District. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you recall at the workshop, this was just the resubmittal of the preliminary plat because Phase 1 did expire and the applicant is requesting preliminary plat approval again. As you know, this section is under construction. There were no technical items to be addressed at the workshop, so there's still no technical items to be addressed.
Is there any comments or questions from the members?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as submitted the preliminary plat for The Ridge, Phase 1. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. Preliminary plat. Number 14, the final plat for The Ridge subdivision, Phase 1, requested by Mitchell Bowman. Proposed 37 lots on 21.86 acres. Property located along Lake Road, tax map 032, parcels 2.00 and 2.03, R1 Low Density Residential Zoning District. Ms. Costanza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My comment is the same as the last one. There were no technical items to address at the workshop. Everything matched. I do have the copies, the 5 file copies here, if anybody wants to review them, but there were no technical items to address.
My only question is this, the street lights do meet the new requirements, correct?
They do.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes. And that will be notated on the Mylar.
Okay, very good, very good. Any comments or questions from the members?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept it, approve as submitted.
I have a motion to accept as, to approve as submitted the final plat for The Ridge subdivision Phase 1. I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. All right, number 15, bonds and letters of credit.
Mr. Chairman, everyone should have a bond list in front of them. Everything is up to date. Farland Point had a couple in November that was set to expire. They've been extended for a year. They also had Section 8, 9, and 10 they've extended also while they're doing the ones in November for a year. I've already been in contact with a developer on Chelsea Estates Phase 2, and they're in the process of getting that one extended for a year. So that one should be updated by the next meeting.
Okay, good. Are these the phases in McFarland Point that are 100% built out? I mean, still, is it the construction drawings, is that what the holdup of the one it is?
They've got to do the as-built, so they've got to go through a punch list, and that's what they're going through right now, because If you'll look at section 11 and 12, I know section 11 and 12 both, and I think it's section 12 right now is on hold.
Okay,
Can't pull any more permits, so
okay.
developer is working
Well,
with codes, planning, engineering, and everybody involved to make sure to try to get everything done to get this accepted so they can continue to pull permits and try to get these finished up. I think whenever he does that, he'll also finish section 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. I was just curious, I noticed they've been on there for a while, and I noticed they've been some of them been 100%
8,
completed.
9, and
so-
10's been
Yeah,
for several years.
okay. Very good. Any comments from any of our members? Anything? Anything else to come before the board? This meeting will be adjourned.